the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
PBBM assures new AFP officers of government commitment to AFP modernization. Armed Forces of the Philippines holds Talakayang Mabini 2024. Bureau of Immigration expects 110,000 travelers for holidays. PBBM calls for stricter action on agri-product smuggling. Good day, everyone, as well as our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Monday, December 16, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. In behalf of Prof. Suzon, this is Jhai Simbajon for AFP Community News. DWDD Armed Forces News. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Friday reiterated the government's commitment to modernize the armed forces of the Philippines during the joint graduation ceremony of the Major Services Officer and Candidate Course of the AFP at the Tejeros Hall in Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. According to the President, the government is committed to making AFP a world-class force that is a source of national pride. President Marcos Jr. said his administration continues to focus on establishing the AFP as a beacon of strength, of alliance, resilience, and technological excellence. Meanwhile, he reminded the new graduates of their sworn duties to serve the country and its people as the country faces evolving security challenges. And the Armed Forces of the Philippines conducted the Talakayang Mabini 2024, an AFP pre-anniversary forum held in Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. With the theme Advancing Interagency Cooperation and Fortifying Strategic Partnerships Toward a Stronger Defense Posture, the forum aimed to promote multi-sector collaboration and enhance interagency coordination to strengthen the country's national defense and maritime security. Moreover, the event was presided by the AFP Vice Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordura, on behalf of AFP Chief of Staff, General Romeo S. Browner Jr. Meanwhile, said activity was participated by various government agencies, defense institutions, and regional partners. DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio. For other updates, let us hear the details about ASA Task Force Oro holds blessing ceremony for new mobility assets from CDO LGU. Go ahead, Gina.
Jhai, the Task Force Oro of the 4th Infantry Diamond Division, held a blessing ceremony for the new mobility assets at Headquarters Task Force Oro, Zone 10, Patag, Cagayan de Oro City. The said mobility assets were donated by the Cagayan de Oro City Local Government Unit. The newly donated assets include one Toyota Hilux patrol car and two motorcycles, both intended to enhance mobile patrol and security operations. Task Force Oro Commanding Officer Colonel Warren C. Munda, Philippine Army, conveyed his appreciation to Honorable Rolando A. Uy, City Mayor of Cagayan de Oro, recognizing his steadfast support and trust in the task force's ability to safeguard the city effectively. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina. And the Philippine Fleet welcomed the delegation from the United States Institute for Security Governance, or ISG, as they arrived at the Philippine Fleet Headquarters, a Naval Operating Base Subic, for a logistics engagement visit. Philippine Fleet Commander Rear Admiral Joe Anthony Orbe received the ISG team headed by Mr. Alan Johnson IV, the regional program lead. The said visit included discussions on current readiness of the command, focusing on critical areas such as personnel, floating assets, maintenance processes, and the necessary upgrades and repairs for sustaining the fleet. Meanwhile, the cooperation between the two countries emphasized a shared commitment enhancing the Philippine Navy's operational effectiveness, with the ISG extending their expertise and support to address the needs identified during the visit. And the Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 conducted humanitarian assistance benefiting over 200 households in Palawi Island, Santa Ana, Cagayan. The initiative was in collaboration with Major Frederick Moises, retired, of KATC Solutions Philippines. The said effort aimed to bring necessary aid and solar panel devices to the indigenous people's community. The MBLT-10, together with their mission partners, remain committed in supporting local communities by providing key services and assistance. On the other line, let us hear more from JR about 20th Infantry Battalion troops seized firearms, war material, and Katubig CTG encounter. JR?
The 20th Infantry Wheeled Battalion seized firearms and war material following an encounter with members of SRGU, SRC, ARC-TIC in Katubig, Northern Samar. Wheeled troopers responded to an information given by concerned citizens of NPA activities in Barangay Maniring in the same municipality. The 15 minutes firefights resulted to the withdrawal of the CTG members toward southeast direction and recovery of one M653 and caliber 5.56 mm assault rifle, various war materials, and subversive documents. 20th Infantry Battalion Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Richard P. Villaflor, Philippine Army, commended the troops and expressed gratitude for the local support in the success of the operations. This is Jhai reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, JR. And the 4th Infantry Diamond Division successfully concluded its annual Christmas Sports Fest through a simple closing ceremony held at the Montalban Hall, 4th ID Headquarters, Camp Evangelista, Barangay Patag, Cagayan de Oro City. The said activity brought together participants from various offices and organic, post, and tenant units of 4th ID to compete in a series of exciting sports categories. Troops who were divided into 7 color teams, the white, yellow, orange, green, maroon, red, and blue, participated in various sports including badminton, table tennis, squad run, triathlon relay, volleyball, basketball, and an all-star basketball game. Meanwhile, 4th ID Commander Major General Jose Maria R. Cuerpo II commended the troops and highlighted the importance of the activity that aimed to promote physical fitness while fostering a spirit of camaraderie, teamwork, and discipline among 4th ID troops. DWDD Armed Forces News. And for our national news, DWDD National News. The Bureau of Immigration said it expects more than 110,000 travelers during the holiday season. According to the Bureau, more people are expected to flock to airports for their travels this holiday season compared to last year. BI Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said this year's estimates of arrivals and departures could exceed similar figures in 2019. Meanwhile, to ensure management of the surge of travelers coming in and out of the country, leave applications for frontline officers are denied to ensure full deployment capacity. National News. Armed Forces Radio. And now let us hear a report on the ground about Marines. LGU commemorate 80th anniversary of World War II Palawan Massacre. Go on for the details, Leonor.
Members of the Philippine Marine Corps 3rd Marine Brigade joined the local government units in commemorating the 80th anniversary of the Plaza Quarter Massacre during the World War II. The event entitled Towards Peace and Reconciliation honored the memory of 100 American prisoners of war who were killed by Japanese forces in 1944. Along with the Marines and the LGU were the Marine veterans in Palawan, whose presence added depth to the solemn occasion as they stood in unity with the current brigade to honor to the fallen. This is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ordered the Bureau of Customs and the Department of Agriculture to intensify efforts to enforce the Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage Act. This came after President Marcos Jr. personally inspected the shipment of 178.5 million pesos worth of smuggled frozen mackerel at the port area in Manila Bay on Saturday, December 14. Marcos underscored the need for stricter measures against agricultural smugglers who lead up local prices and disrupt the supply chain. The Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage Act replaces the Anti-Agricultural Smuggling Act of 2016 with formidable measures for better enforcement and implementation.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Health Negros Island Region warned the public against health hazards from Canlaon Volcano Lahar. According to the DOH, the Lahar has flowed in some parts of Negros Occidental, mainly in areas where heavy ash was recorded. Dr. Razel Nikahao, DOH NIR Director, said that Lahar is a rapidly flowing thick mixture of volcanic materials such as ash and rock fragments from a volcanic eruption mixed with water. Exposure to Lahar may cause irritation in the eyes and airways, cause dizziness, rapid or difficulty breathing, vomiting and headaches, and can also cause nasal and throat irritation and dry coughing. With this, the public is advised to avoid areas near rivers or any bodies of water going down the stream and take necessary measures to avoid exposure.
DWDD National News.
Let us hear more updates from Mond about Philippine Fleet conducts donning of rank ceremony for 21 promoted officers and enlisted personnel. Mon?
The Philippine Fleet conducted a donning of rank ceremony for 21 newly promoted officers and enlisted personnel at the Naval Operating Base Subic in Zambales. Fleet Commander Rear Admiral Joe Anthony Orbe, Philippine Navy, led the conferment of next higher rank to 9 officers and 12 enlisted personnel. In his message, Rear Admiral Orbe congratulated the fleet personnel and reminded them that the promotion is not just about personal advancement, but about contributing to the greater good, inspiring others, and strengthening the organization they serve. This is Katropang Mon reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mon.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Public Works and Highways is taking actions to maintain structural integrity and enhance the visual appeal of the Bangil Bay Bridge. According to DPWH Senior Undersecretary Emil K. Sedain report, the contractor Namkwang Kokdong Gomkwang joint venture had completed emergency replacement of damaged asphalt pavement with no additional cost to the government. Sedain led an inspection to supervise rectification works on the bridge's asphalt layer and thermoplastic pavement markings. The rectification initiative will boost the tourism and economic growth in northern Mindanao.
DWDD National News.
And the Bureau of Customs recorded seizures of over 1,500 contraband items worth of 81 billion pesos in 2024. Director Vernie Inciso of the Customs Intelligence and Investigation Service credited the apprehensions to intelligence initiatives, noting that the seizures also doubling annually since 2022. This year achieved 1,537 seizures with a total of 81 billion pesos, a double up from 729 seizures worth 24 billion pesos recorded in 2022.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And we have a report coming in from Joanne of 1st Civil Relations Group about 5th Infantry Division spreads Christmas spirit to soldiers undergoing medical treatment. Joanne?
The 5th Infantry Star Division Philippine Army showcased the true spirit of Christmas by bringing hope and joy to 7 soldiers recovering at Camp Melchor F. de la Cruz Station Hospital. Major General Gulliver L. Sinieres, commander of 5th Infantry Division, personally visited the soldiers and gave them gifts as a gesture of appreciation and support. These soldiers, currently under medical care at the station hospital, are unable to celebrate the holiday season with their families due to their health conditions. Through this initiative, the 5th ID leadership sought to ensure that these brave men still valued and remembered during this special time of year. To recall 5th ID soldiers undergoing treatment at the Victoriano Luna Medical Center in Quezon City were also visited and given gifts by Major General Sinieres. The gesture highlights the 5th ID's commitment in supporting its troops, especially those in need of care and comfort. It also underscores the division's dedication in fostering a sense of community and compassion, even amid the challenges of military service. The initiative demonstrates that the spirit of Christmas is not confined to material things. It is reflected in simple yet meaningful acts of kindness, such as spending time with those who need encouragement and showing genuine care of their well-being. Through this outreach, the 5th ID hopes to inspire others to embrace the true essence of Christmas by spreading love and compassion to those around them. This is John Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne. And more updates from Beth about sectors in Basilan. Join hands for clean and safe 2025 polls. Beth?
Various sectors in Basilan join hands and floating a multi-sector initiative means to ensure its orderly, peaceful, and clean conduct of 2025 election and island provinces. Officials from the 101st Infantry Brigade, Basilan Provincial Police, personnel of blind agencies and Bangsamoro ministries and the province, and representative of Moro Islamic Liberation Front and the Moro National Liberation Front signed an agreement to cooperate in safeguarding a peaceful and honest electoral exercise in the province next year in Lamitan City. Involved signatures to the manifesto initially planned a common multi-sector election security program during a forum at the Lamitan City Government's Gymnasium. Meanwhile, representatives of the MILF and the MILF had pledged to help the police, the military, and the Commission on Election maintain a law and order and the province during the election period. This is Bethaneta reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Taniete.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Tourism embraced President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s approval of measures aimed at developing the Philippine tourism industry. During the Private Sector Advisory Council meeting led by Marcos and attended by Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco, other members of the cabinet and members of PSAC had discussed ways to boost the industry, including the facilitation of visa policies. According to Frasco, the DOT welcomes support for the department's campaign since the start of the Marcos administration to liberalize visa policies coming into and staying in the Philippines. Frasco assured the public that the DOT is persistent in its commitment to advancing the president's vision for a vigorous tourism sector that promotes growth, creates jobs and opportunities.
DWDD National News.
And the Philippine National Police recorded almost 500 rescued minors from online exploitation in a series of operations across the country since 2022. According to the PNP Chief General Romil Francisco Marbil, the rescue of the victims were part of the PNP's aggressive campaign to tear down illegal networks targeting helpless children. The PNP Chief added that of the victims rescued, 375 are girls and 121 are boys, all aged 17 and under. Marbil reassured the public that the PNP stands firm in its fight against all forms of exploitation.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
From 6 Civil Relations Group, let us hear from Jones about Western Command participates in the 80th year of celebrating the bravery and heroism of our fallen comrades. Jones.
As part of the activities, Westcom together with the other local government agencies of Palawan took part in the wreath-laying ceremony held on the morning of December 14, 2024 at the Plaza Cuartel, Barangay Liwanag, Puerto Princesa City. This is to honor and pay tribute to the United States soldiers who unselfishly gave their lives and also to remember the bravery of Palaweños in keeping the 11 U.S. soldiers who escaped until they safely got back home. After the wreath-laying ceremony, a brief program was held. The event was attended by various military personnel from different services. Among the senior officers present were Brigadier General Roman M. Joso, Philippine Air Force, Deputy Commander for Internal Defense Operations, Westcom, Brigadier General Antonio Mangaroban Jr., Philippine Navy Marines, Commander of the 3rd Marine Brigade, and representatives from the Office of the Governor and the Office of the City Mayor. On behalf of Vice Admiral Alfonso F. Torres Jr., Philippine Navy, Commander of Westcom, Brigadier General Dioso Paf, read the message from the Commander Western Command. This event pays tribute to the American and Filipino soldiers as it is a historical landmark of sacrifice, bravery, and patriotism in defending our sovereignty. With their sacrifice, we now enjoy peace in this province of Palawan. Through this wreath-laying ceremony, we remembered that the collaboration and cooperation of different government agencies greatly helped the AFP in maintaining the peace, security, and freedom of the strategic western border of the Philippines. And that's the latest update. This is Private Pelayo reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, June Pilayo. Let us hear more from Mel Joy about Philippine Air Force strengthens fleet with new Black Hawks. Mel Joy?
Yes, good afternoon. The Philippine Air Force welcomed the arrival of the second batch of 5 Black Hawk helicopters at Clark Air Base, Mabalacat City, Pampanga. This delivery is part of the additional utility helicopters acquisition project agreement between the Department of National Defense Philippines of the Republic of the Philippines under the Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program and Polski Zaklady Latnazy SP of Poland. The first batch of 5 S-70 Black Hawk helicopters arrived at Clark Air Base on June 10, 2024. The delivered helicopters will undergo rigorous technical inspection and acceptance procedures conducted by a committee from the DND, AFP, and Philippine Air Force to ensure compliance with all technical standards and specifications. Further, the arrival of these helicopters will strengthen the Philippine Air Force capabilities in various missions, including search and rescue, medical evacuation, troop insertion and extrication, and other military operations. Through the acquisition of modern military equipment, the Philippine Air Force is poised to meet the evolving security challenges. Further, it remains committed to its mission of safeguarding the nation's sovereignty and protecting its people. This is Meljo Inesio Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy.
DWDD National News.
It's 12:24 and you're still watching AFP Community News live at DWDD AFP Radio. And Malacanang held 5th installation of the Concierto sa Palasyo or KSP for the workers of the film industry at the Kalayaan Hall grounds. The KSP with a theme para sa pelikulang Pilipino serenaded attendees with performances from various artists and performers to recognize their contributions in promoting Filipino culture and talent. The said concert highlighted a significant role of the industry in the country's art and culture. The Concierto sa Palasyo was launched in 2023 to provide a platform for artists and honor sectors that contribute to nation building.
DWDD National News.
And the traditional dawn mass or Simbang Gabi began this dawn or early morning December 16. According to Manila Archbishop Cardinal Jose Advincula, Simbang Gabi is a sincere expression of faith and a time to wait in joyful hope the celebration of the Nativity of the Lord Jesus. Advincula added that the 9 days of dawn masses are also an opportunity for spiritual renewal and strengthening relationship with God and the community. Meanwhile, evening masses begins as early as 7 p.m. and dawn masses starts as early as 4:30 p.m.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Sena about 9 Civil Military Operations Battalion participates in the grand opening parade of Paskuhan sa Global Albay. Sena?
The 9th Civil Military Operations Battalion took part in the grand opening parade of the Paskuhan sa Global Albay with the theme Parade of Light from Ayala Mall, Legazpi to SM City, Legazpi. The event was spearheaded by the Team Albay Youth Organization and participated with various local government agencies, academe, and civic organizations participating in the parade. The battalion's participation exemplified the strong bond between the Philippine Army and the local community, bringing the spirit of service, security, and celebration to the forefront. The parade featured vibrant performances and dazzling lights that illuminated the streets, spreading the festive spirit throughout the city street. The 9th CMO Battalion was honored to join the grand celebration, showcasing its continued commitment to community engagement and cultural support. This is Sena from Sulcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sena. More updates about the 6th Infantry Division commemorates fallen heroes through wreath-laying ceremony. Go ahead, Crisbel.
The 6th Infantry Campilan Division, Philippine Army, joined the commemoration of fallen heroes through a wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers, Camp Siongco, Awang Datu din Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. The ceremony was conducted as part of the upcoming 89th anniversary celebration of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. The ceremony participated in by the officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian human resources of the command paid tribute to the bravery, dedication, and ultimate sacrifice of the soldiers who gave their lives to preserve the nation's peace and security. Colonel Roberto Huet, Division Inspector General, led the solemn activity. General Romeo S. Bronner Jr., Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, emphasized the importance of commitment and dedication to duty. The 6th ID remains committed to honoring the legacy of service excellence left by these heroes and strives to uphold peace and security in their areas of responsibility. This is Crisbel May Lorenzo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Crisbel.
DWDD National News.
And for our final news, operatives of the National Capital Region Police Office or NCRPO seized a cache of high-powered firearms. This came following the arrest of 2 suspected gun runners in an entrapment operation in Muntinlupa City. According to NCRPO Director Police Brigadier General Anthony A. Abirin, follow-up operations are still ongoing for 2 other suspects who were able to escape. Meanwhile, seized firearms included 4 Bushmaster rifles, a DPMS Panther arm, an M16 upper and lower receiver, a converted air gun, assorted gun parts, and several rounds of ammunition.
DWDD National News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time, same station. Again, this is Jhai Simbajon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ating pakinggan ang mga impormasyon.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga